Hello everybody. Got a bit further down inside of the CB450. It's the K5, uh, and I've dismantled I've taken the sump. I've split the crankcase and taken the sump off the bottom of the engine, and that reveals the transmission. And I found a problem. Um, and I think this is why the bike's been parked up for all this time. The drum, the selector drum, was not moving, and the reason for that is that it seems to have been jamming down here on the bit hard to see at the torch. To see how the groove there in the drum is all damaged. Okay, now that's on the middle fork, which selects these gears here, the top gears. So that's the middle fork there. Another interesting thing with that fork is that the little peg there, the pin, is broken. Goodness knows how that happened. It still had the clip there holding the bottom part of the pin into the selector fork, but the top part of the pin, see there where it's got the little groove there for taking the pin, that part's missing. Goodness knows where that's gone. I've had a really good look through the engine. I can't see it anywhere. I think it probably got flushed out with an oil change at some stage. It might have got flushed out when I dumped the oil. I never saw it in there, but it might have been dumped out earlier. So I've ordered a new drum, and I've ordered new pins. They come in a set of 3, so I thought I might as well get 3 brand new ones and get those. So when they arrive, I'll button all this up again. The selector forks look okay, but if I do have an issue, I'll replace those as well. So that's where I am with the with the progress on the CB450 engine. Happy with all the gears, everything's in a good condition. Happy down at the bottom end of the crankshaft. All of that's working fine, all feels good, no movement on anything. Bearings all feel nice and firm everywhere. It was clean enough inside too. Bottom of the sump, of course, was very dirty, and I've washed all that out. That's all cleaned out, it's stowed away. And boxes of some of the other parts, you know, with a lot of parts. It's all the little indent units for holding it onto the cam here. All of that's all okay. So once those new parts arrive, I should be back in business, and then I'll be able to test run the transmission here with the casing open and just see it moving backwards and forwards through the 5 gears. So I think that's what the problem has been with this bike actually, guys. The engine side of it all looks fine. I've cleaned up the pistons. I've got new rings on all of the pistons, all standard size. The bores look fine. I'm happy with all of that. I've got the head here, and I've taken the inlet valves out, but I'll take the exhaust valves out next and wash all this up and make it all nice and clean. And then I'm getting ready for reassembling at least the main part of the engine anyway, and let's get the whole engine all bolted back together again. Then I can sort of look at the next step. But working on these old bikes does take time. I only really have my weekends that are free that I can work on it as well. So there you go, guys. That's the internals of the 1972 CB450 in all of its glory. So I hope whatever you're up to is going well for you, and I'm very happy with how things are going here. A little bit of a nuisance that I've got to purchase these parts, but they weren't too bad. I got a new old stock there, so at least I know I'm going to be back to the beginning again. I'm not too sure why that happened. I've never seen anything online that causes that pin to break off. There's absolutely no load on that other end of the pin at all. It's just sitting in the hole. And I had a bit of a job getting that bottom piece out because that wouldn't allow me to take the drum out because the second selector was located in position and the pin seemed to be jammed into the drum. It wouldn't come out with a magnet, and there's nothing else you can do to grab it. Can't drill a hole in it. It's too hard to drill a hole in it to sort of like pull it out. So yeah, it took me a few hours actually to convince it to come out, pretty much with a magnet and tapping it on its sides to sort of free it so that it would come out. Some choice words were said, I can assure you. Anyway, it's all part of the fun. Thank you very much for viewing, and we'll bring up a little bit more when I get a little bit more progress when some of these parts arrive. All the best. Bye.